morning, everybody. Yesterday I painted my nails and I needed to, and I had the foresight to record it because now that so many of us can't go get a manicure, I thought I'd share how I do my vintage manicures because I've been doing my own nails my whole life. I think I had like a brief stint in my 20s where I went and got manicures, but so yesterday I did a half moon, moons out, whatever you call it, 30s, 40s manicure, and I did 3 different ways to do it. I did it with masking tape, I did it with little sticky crescents that come on sheets, and then I also did it just freehanded. And I wanted to add a couple of things because I forgot to say, first of all, what nail polish I was using. The color is Unwind. It's number 370 from Sally Hansen Color Therapy. I think I got it at Target or the grocery store. This stuff's great. It's my favorite color because it's very red, but like a deep red. It's not like too fire engine bright. And I've been really into red lately, like everything. Also, I mentioned buffing the nails, and this is what I use. It's Revlon Crazy Shine, and it has kind of a rougher side and then a buffing side, and you go back and forth. Don't circles, don't change your direction, you just go back and forth enough, and it'll get rid of your ridges, which makes your nail bed smoother, which makes it easier to do a design on your nail. You're not getting the bumps from the ridges. And then when I'm doing nail polish, I don't use this side, but when I don't have nail polish on and I just want a nice buff, then this makes very, very shiny nails. But your nail polish won't stick as well. Also, there was something else I wanted to add because I know a lot of people are going through having their acrylics fall off right now, and I have natural nails, but I'm also very hard on my nails. I do a lot of outdoorsy stuff, horses, and so when I'm getting ready for an event and my nails are looking like shit, what I do is I use fake nails, press-on nails, and I use these tabs, the Nailing sticky tabs instead of glue. They last, they're very strong, and you just slide them off and they don't damage your nail like glue. You don't have to soak them off. And when you use those sticky tabs instead of glue, because that's going to completely ruin the plastic nail when you take it off, I reuse my nails, and the sticky tabs allow that because it doesn't damage the nail. You just, these are actually held on here with blue tacky paint for hanging like posters. That way it makes it easier to paint them, and then you can apply. But what I was going to say was, when you have your nail, instead of having to soak it off, you basically just pull it, and it takes a little bit of muscle, but and you can reuse them, and you don't have to paint them over and over again. So I thought that was just a handy tip to share if anybody's dealing with really messed up nails from having their acrylics fall off or break off. But other than that, any questions, feel free to ask. I'll try to answer anything, but I hope you enjoy the tutorial. Okay, so we're going to start our half moon manicure one of 3 ways. The easiest way is to buy these. They peel off, they're stickers, and they make a perfect little crescent shape. So you'll want to put those down, and you really want to push it into the corners, make sure it's nice and snug. Another way you can do this, if you don't have those, is masking tape or painter's tape. This is blue painter's tape. Same thing. And how high up the nail you want to go is completely up to you. Whether you want a smaller moon. Some people go where it's just the moon that they have, but like I have a big moon on my thumb, but none on the rest, so I just kind of make my own shape. And masking tape would actually be better than painter's tape because painter's tape is low tack enough that it doesn't stick that great. And then the third option is to just freehand it. So, I'll start with that. And I'm going to start with this. This is my favorite base coat. And you can put it on underneath the sticker, but I find the sticker doesn't stick quite as well. So. And then if you're freehanding it, you can do the whole nail. So, I like this color red right now. It's just from the grocery store, but it's a nice deep red. So if you start with that, you still want to be careful about your corners because the paint can actually dip into the corner there. So, but this is great because if your nails grow out, it doesn't really show. And then I like to actually take this off pretty promptly before I do the second coat because I find they actually get harder to pull off when the paint dries. And so it'll be the same with this one. And you want to be light on the polish. If it's too gunky, I think it just gets a little messy for the moons. And we're going to do 2 coats of this. So the first coat doesn't have to be absolutely perfect, but you really want the moon to be distinguished nicely and all your edges. There we go. And again, I'll take that off pretty promptly. So because of this, if you're doing both hands, obviously you're going to do both hands. I like to do one hand first coat, take the stickers off, then I'll do the second hand, first coat, take the stickers off, and then go back over and fix your second coat nicely. That way the stickers don't stick to the polish, and then it rips off sometimes. So see here how there's like a little funny bit there? We can take that off with an orange stick. I think these are the best, and I just dunk them in acetone. And you can make sure that these are nice and freshly sanded off. You can do that with a emery board so that there's no paint transfer from the last time you did your nails. So I'm just going to dunk and then just carefully tidy that up. And when it starts to get a little messy, I just use a little paper towel. And in light of the current paper towel shortage, I have actually been using this same paper towel for years to do my manicures. So, but I guess nowadays that paper towel is very hard to come by. You can use like a rag and have it your dedicated manicure rag. So, third option, which is just freehand it, which is actually not as hard as you would think. You just have to have kind of a steady hand and take your time and don't use too much polish. So I like to, this actually has a flat brush, which is nice. But you'll just, I go horizontally first. And I've seen some options where you can do this, where you paint the whole nail and then you take away the polish with like a Q-tip or a cotton ball, and I have just never been able to do that in a tidy way. So once I get a basic shape there, another thing that I find helps with being able to do a nice tidy shape is to buff your nails first so that they're smooth. My nails are really prone to ridges, so that helps. This is obviously the most time-consuming option, to do it all by hand. But if you don't have some tape or anything. So there you go, there's your basic shape. And then just do the rest of the nail. And then once I've done both hands like this, I'll go back and just being careful not to get into the nice moon part that you've done so nicely. Actually, I think using the tape and cutting your own shape, like I did here, is probably the better option because you can cut it to exactly the angle you want. As you can see, the little stickers that I used on this one, they're very flat across on my nails. And then of course, the free-handed one is as good as you're gonna get it. And you can also cut down your brush. I've seen that done in like period sources where you can cut and make the brush smaller so you can do more detailed work. And it is a time-consuming manicure, but it always just looks so good. Then once these have dried, which will take a second, this is my absolute favorite top coat, Sèche Vite. It is fantastic. It's thick, it's gooey, and it dries so fast. So I always put that, and then recently I learned about this, which you can get at the grocery store. And actually I learned about this from Amber, who is on Instagram is Lady of the Wilderness. She recommended this a while ago and I bought some, and it is absolutely fantastic. It stays on forever. So either one. And sometimes I use both. And then when you put your top coat, you'll really want these to be completely dry so that the red doesn't run. And I'm actually just going to cover this part of the nail for now because I didn't let it dry enough and I don't want to get red streaks. But if you're doing this and taking your time, you can totally do the whole nail. But this stuff just dries so fast. And actually in period sources show that you could leave this, they didn't have top coat until later, so I've tried to leave it without any base or top, and I don't think modern nail polish is meant to be that way. It's never as set. It always feels just a little bit still tacky or messy. So I feel like you really do have to put a top coat, but you can also leave polish off of just the ends, which was popular in like the 30s and 40s, which is great because then you can't really chip your nails, so they'll last ages as long as you're nice to your nails. But these have probably dried enough that I can cover the whole nail here. So that is your basic manicure. The moon's out. I hope you guys enjoy that and give it a try. Have a good day.